please. Okay. Hello, my ladies, lords, and lieges. Welcome back to a new video. I'm Olivia, and I will draw things. And today we're doing a sketchbook tour. Welcome to sketchbook number 3, everyone. I will say this isn't technically my third sketchbook ever. However, this is my third one that I actually am keeping now. I've really only finished 3 full sketchbooks since being in Colorado, so this is number 3 for me. Perfect. Here's the front cover. She's gorgeous. Her eyes are a little wonky, but we digress. And then on the back here, I do always have to have a little sticker. I almost never remember who stickers these are, so I will tag them and put their handle here when I figure this out in editing. Let's do it. I will say the sketchbook is from June 6th, 2023, and I finished this January 1st, 2024. How exciting. So pretty much like 6 months-ish of sketchbook work. On my page 1, I usually like to draw some kind of coupley thing just because I think it's cute. I'm right. These are my OCs, and I will say I don't normally start with the first page. When I go into sketchbooks, I usually skip this because I want to come back after I've warmed up. So I do cheat a little sometimes. I'm sorry. This was one of those times where I did start on another page and I came back onto this one because I thought I was prepped. I thought I was warmed up, and I don't like any of these sketches. You just get over the little first page fear and we keep going. This was my first spread that I actually did to warm up. I really wish I would have done this Hope and Sage. These are my OCs, by the way, on my first page because I think these little guys turned out so cute and they're so precious. I feel like I tried a lot of different things in this sketchbook, and I was really excited to play around with how I was going to finish this whole thing. This is a spread where I was working on what I was going to do for my sketchbook cover. Obviously, I didn't end up going with any of these. I kind of regret it because I wish I would have done this one. A lot of people really like this sketch. I personally don't think I could have tackled painting this on the front of my sketchbook. I think working in on black paper or the black front of my sketchbook, I would have really struggled a lot to make this happen. I'm glad I actually went with something else. However, I do like this spread. I like the cohesiveness of it. I think it's cute. I tried a lot of things here. This spread is kind of prep for this A to Z Cozy Girls fantasy book that I'm really working on. Something that is kind of in the back of my mind at all times is that I really want to have something for myself. And I think this is a project that I'm super passionate about and super excited about. I do think it is a project that I'm going to take my time with for sure, and something that is just always kind of there if I need something else to work on pretty much. I love when I do kind of study pages and they look very, what's the word? They look like I've been like a field guide. I love when I make field guide sketchbooks spreads because I just think they look so cute. Another fan favorite amongst my social media is the sketchbook spread. I get why. 1, because of the ducks, and 2, because Spider-Man. I was just kind of doodling a whole bunch of different things while I was at a convention one day. And for whatever reason, this whole convention weekend, I was really into my sketchbook and just really aggressively into everything that I was making in here. I don't draw a whole lot of animals, so I think these turned out really good. And again, I don't do a whole lot of dynamic poses either. So every time I get to draw my little spider Sona, I'm always super excited and super happy with the way those come out, and I should do them more. This was going to be a continuation of my A to Z Cozy Girlies. I've never drawn horses before, I don't think.
Liar, liar, plants for hire.
And I knew that I wanted to include a centaur in my Cozy A to Z book. So how else are we going to draw them but by practicing? So this was a sketchbook page I also did at the same convention where I was working on little horses. And for whatever reason, I just thought that this one was so handsome. And on the other side, this one turned out so pretty. All in all, I do like this horse the best, probably. I think that one's the closest to my style. Horses. Call me a horse girl. I have a lot of pages like this in the sketchbook where I kind of scribbled some stuff down. It wasn't really turning out exactly how I thought. you know, sketchbooks are for practicing and doing what you can and doing your best. So I often forget how much I love drawing vehicles until I do them again, and I'm like, wow, I love vehicles.
My mom's car. Broom, broom.
And this was a little scooter that I think every artist is like, I need to draw a scooter. It's just so cozy and cute and easily the best mode of transportation. I thought for some reason this part of the scooter looked so like similar to the horse. This part was just so pretty and like she's shiny, she's new, very commercially kind of scooter sketch. And over here I drew Peter B. Parker from Into the Spider-Verse. I don't draw a whole lot of men, and I just don't draw a whole lot of men. This is like so far left field from what I normally draw and like my style of the things that I draw. And I was just really proud of this, and I am obsessed with this page. I need to frame it. These are fashion-y sketches. I applied for a job actually to do fashion sketches. I obviously did not get that job, but these were a fun little study for me because first of all, fashion sketches are so difficult. I'm learning this now. And practicing all these, I was like, holy cow, like how do you draw hands so fast? Like they have a lot of claw hands, and that's fine. I do love the way they kind of turned out in the sense that if I would have had these on individual pages by themselves, I think each one would have been really good. Lined up, they're okay, but I think the sketchiness that fashion designers have, they just know what they're doing, and I'm here for it. Again, on this next page, just doing more studies of fashion sketches, and honestly I was just finding Pinterest images and trying to imitate the style of fashion illustrators. And then this was my last little bit of those illustration-y pages. Honestly, I was really struggling too with trying to fit everything on my sketchbook. I do struggle with that pretty often where I'm like, oh, if I put the head here I can fit the whole body, and then I don't. Is it even a sketchbook if I don't draw anime? Probably not. This started off as Megan Thee Stallion as Sailor Moon. I am so obsessed with the way that her and like Lizzo are just so in their anime, like they're so open about it. I'm obsessed with them, and so I wanted to draw her Sailor Moon in here and make little curly Sailor Moon girlies. I love this pose. This is another one of those times where I'm like, man, I should have put this on the front cover because this would have been so cute. Here's a page of Hunt Low from the Owl House. I love drawing couple-y characters in my favorite ships. I'm obsessed with these two. They are so precious. I was going to do pen, but the pen that I had at the time was so thick and I just hated the way that the pen was working. So I kept them in all of their original sketch color pencils because I didn't want to mess them up. I love them, and again, I just didn't want to mess them up because I thought they were too cute. So I didn't go back over them in any colors. I didn't do anything. I just left it as is. One day, maybe I'll go back over a darker color just so you can see them a bit better, but not today. Here is one of my faves. I had this idea while I was at work where I was like, oh, I need to make a sketchbook spread of the Spot and like make all of his little portal dimensions and have like hands and feet and things coming out of it. So I drew it on this post-it note and just kept it forever, and then randomly found it one day and said, ooh, I need to do this. I need to make this a video. It's on my YouTube already, so you can see the whole process of me doing this sketchbook spread. I love this. This is, again, I did a lot of different things that I don't normally do and tried a whole lot of things that I don't normally try to tackle. This was super difficult because it was only hands and feet, but I think it was really worth it. This is just another little sketchbooky practice kind of thing of images of me and my boyfriend. I really want to make a painting for our house. I just don't know what I want to do, so this was kind of things that I thought would be fun. I just don't know if I have the energy or the attention span to sit down and actually paint a whole painting of both of us. One day, maybe, question mark? So on this end, this was my starting soon screen for going live on YouTube. I only did this for a few weeks and then I started a new job and I haven't had time to go live. I'm so sorry. I like this little toast. It's this guy here. Here's another sketchbook spread of my Cozy A to Z girlies. This was my dragon theme. I like these sketches. I'm still not obsessed with any of them, and I did do my dragon final illustration already, and I don't know. I'm not obsessed with her like I am the other ones, so I might revisit her one day, but kind of right now I'm just kind of pressing forward, and then once I feel inspired enough to do the dragon girly again, I probably will go back to her. A little spread of Sage and Hope, my OCs. These also did not turn out the way I wanted them to. this happens a lot. I did use the same reference in one of my last sketchbook spreads for Bakugo and Uraraka. I think it was the first sketchbook tour I have on my channel. I used the same pose and I really like this pose, so I tried to do it with my own OCs. I still don't like it here either. I didn't like it the first time I did it. I still don't like it. I've not grown at all. I don't want to talk about the page. This is a spread of Animal Crossing villagers as human in my style. I did do a whole video on that because I love Animal Crossing. It's so cozy, so cute, and it's still one of the best games ever created. This is Marina and Meringue. I think Marina is such a little baby. She's so cute. She just wants to sing her little songs and live her life in her sweater, you know? I love her. And then Meringue is one of my top villagers that I looked for the longest time. I'm a big food girly, so all of the food villagers I'm obsessed with casually. The only reason I wanted to make that Animal Crossing villager video is because I had this interaction between Tipper the cow and Meringue, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're lovers, they're cute, and I'm obsessed with them. And so this was kind of me trying to map out little sketches of those two and trying to contrast them enough but keep them, you know, true to who their characters are. I love them. I think they turned out cute. They're precious little babies. Another time where I was trying something and I didn't like it, so I just gave up and moved on. Here's where the sketchbook gets good again. So every October there is this drawing challenge called My Hero-tober. If you all know me by now, I love My Hero Academia and I will never stop loving them. My little babies, they're so precious. I thought really hard about if I wanted to announce that I was doing this drawing challenge, but I knew that if I didn't get through the whole thing, I would be upset for announcing that I was going to do it and then not actually finishing it. So I didn't announce it. And here I am showing you the prompts that I did now. Day one was Pumpkin Patch. I love a good cohesive page. Why did I color in Deku's hair? Gross. This green and orange thing, not working. Why did I think it would? I don't know. Whatever. I really, 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 really wanted to give Choto a little pumpkin for his scar. I thought that'd be so cute. That's so mean of me. I'm probably right, it would be, but I didn't put his face, I didn't turn his face the right way when I drew him the first time, so whatever. We have Uraraka and Bakugo. I liked that I made his eyes all pointy and like mad like him. Peps gets her face wet when she drinks water and she smeared the ink from me drawing. It's fine. Prompt 2 or day 3 was at the office, and I love the show The Office. I think it is comedy gold. My favorite sketches on this page is Uraraka saying, "I feel God on this Chili's tonight," quoting Pam, and then Tenya Ida rolling up in his little PT Cruiser convertible, copying Michael Scott, as you will. This one's a cohesive one, so it makes me happy. It makes my eyes happy. I especially love the little stripies that happen on their clothing. This was one of the Bakugos that I've drawn, because I don't draw him very well most of the time, that I was super happy with and super excited about, because I struggle drawing him for some reason. This side I don't really want to show because it is a bit personal for me, and so it's not something I want to put out into the world. This page is just for me. Oops, sorry. Continuing My Hero-tober, we have day 5, and I just thought the emo kids would be the best for trying to get some coffee in them. Day 5 was coffee themed, so we have Jiro, Shinzo, and Aizawa. And if you can't read this, this says, "From Denki, I think I could lay an egg if I tried." And he's just so tired by that. He loves Denki, however, he just really stresses him out. So do you like this sweater? I really want to get back into shading clothes because it's one of my favorite things to shade. So we're getting there, folks. Ooh, another beautiful spread by Olivia. This is day 7, bandages. As you can tell, most of them do not have any bandages on them. But I did kind of start out with Mirko and Uraraka and Nejiro, kind of being banged up a little bit and needing some bandages. And then I thought Shinzo wears this little scarf thing, so that's kind of like a bandage now. The other two of Bakugo and Mei Hatsume on the other end, they were just there as fillers. I don't draw a whole lot of poses like big like this, so I was really proud of this big pose, and I really love the smoke coming from his hands, like he was really about to pop off and explode. This is definitely one of my favorite sketchbook pages. I think that I drew all of them in such a way that just makes my heart really happy, and just like the truest form of how I would want to draw. So I was really excited about this. Oop. Back to having a little sketchbook page that we can't really figure out. This was kind of the inspiration of my sketchbook cover and me trying to figure out what I wanted to do on there. I thought I was going to make it a little cozy and do something coffee themed. I obviously didn't. I usually go in with a plan and then it never takes form. This is day 7 of My Hero Tober. Nope, day 9. Again, just trying more dynamic poses. This is a Sero that's like sleeping, Mount Lady having a little wine down time. This is supposed to be Momo and Todoroki, although they don't look like that. I do love this sketch of Sue, Uraraka getting pretzels because, you know, she a hungry girly, so she's out here having snacks. And then Jiro and Denki having a little moment. Day 11, this was closer to Halloween, and I was feeling very spooky. Day 11 is costumes. So we have Bakugo and Uraraka as Gwen and Miles Morales, Toga as the Mad Hatter, because that's perfect for her. Come on. This is Nejire and Sero as Rapunzel and Flynn. These are the actual costumes they wear for like all of their Halloween branding stuff. So Deku is a ghost and Todoroki's a vampire. And then over here I have Mei Hatsume and Tenya Ida as Harley Quinn and the Joker. This is another good page where I was like, ooh, I can make little coupley spreads and they can do like couples costumes. Cute, except for Toga. But I thought of her kind of last and was like, ah, the Mad Hatter and Toga, come on, hand in hand. This was supposed to be another My Hero Tober, and the theme was wind. I was struggling with that after I drew Nejire's hair. I just really hated it. This is a Toga in the UA uniform. I just feel like in another life, her and Uraraka, like, this was supposed to be Uraraka just kind of like looking at each other. And I wish I would have kind of went with that theme and not put her right here. But in another life, Toga and Uraraka are besties, and they're just living their best life together. They could be lovers. I don't know. And then I just wanted to draw a strong Uraraka. There's no rhyme or reason. I just like her. This was a sketchbook spread, or kind of spread, that I did at Lightbox Expo. This was with Lady Chamomile. She did a demo of designing characters, and so I went to the demo that she held, and this was one of the little Lightbox Expo character guys, the red one, but I was already feeling in a green mood, so I decided to go with green. And so these were kind of some of the sketches that I did while we were there, and then some kind of notes that I took on the other side. This is a full page of notes that I took at Lightbox Expo. I really just wanted to write down things that I felt were important at each demo and each little seminar that I went to. So this is more for me than for anyone else. Sorry. Again, that was my last little talk that I went to for Lightbox, so this is all Lightbox info. I like to go back to and really read through when I'm feeling meh. I finally got Posca paint markers and clearly made a mess with them. This is my first set of them. I'm super excited to actually try them out. I didn't try them in the sketchbook because I've just been busy and other things just came forward before I wanted to use them. Eventually I'll get into paint markers, but for right now, that's pretty much all you get. Day 15 of My Hero Tober, late nights, I drew Mina and Uraraka going to like the gas station or something, picking up snacks for Bakugo and Kirishima. I think they're a cute little friend group. This is Mirako back in her UA days, kind of steady sleeping. This is a really unfortunate Jiro. And I was gonna make a whole theme of going to the supermarket or some kind of convenience store, and that's why I have a cart here, because I was like, oh, this would be such a cute like group shot of everyone like around the cart and with like a whole bunch of snacks. I obviously didn't do that. So, continuing with the same My Hero Academia stuff, this day was stealth. I really didn't know what to do other than kind of sneaking around. That's why there's this butt climbing out of the window. I do think that Toga is the stealthiest of everyone on this page. So she's kind of like in a sneaky pose, more or less. She does have this giant hand though. I do love this Nejire Hato. I think she looks so pretty here, so I didn't want to ruin her with pen. Over here, I was going to have Eri and Mirio sneaking around, but it kind of looks like that one screen cap where he's about to deck her right in the face, and so I just didn't finish this. And for whatever reason, I started over here and went that way. And then as it continued over, I don't think that Deku is the stealthiest. I think he's kind of a scaredy baby. So this is him being frightened at night. And then this is more of Denki and Mina kind of getting caught, not really like sneaking around, but they were kind of sneaking around. So this is their reaction to being caught, probably by Aizawa being like, oh my gosh, no, please, no. Here's a little trial page of just dresses and people and things. Yes, I can explain my artwork. And then I think I kind of continue the same vibe because it's in the same color pencil, where I really still didn't know what I wanted to draw, but was really forcing myself to do things and then didn't like any of it. Over here, I was gifted some markers, colored pencils, paint markers from Uli, which I'm super excited about. I'm doing a whole illustration for them as well, but I was kind of just testing them out on my own sketchbook. They did send me a sketchbook as well, but I do enjoy my sketchbooks that I currently use, so I was testing them out here just to see kind of how they would work and what they would look like. So this is all just test stuff. I do like the way that I use the paint markers first and then went over in color pencil for the hair and things like that. Over here, I did want to do an illustration of my boyfriend, me, and my dogs, and I don't know how to draw dogs very well. So I kind of did this little doodle of me and Pepper first, and then I was going to do my boyfriend and Camper here. However, I did not like the way that I drew Peps in this picture. So I was like, I should probably practice drawing dogs. So I drew my doggies. I do think this looks like a lot like Pepper, but Camper looks a little, I don't know, it looks a little sus. I need to practice dogs more, especially in my own style and what I want to do. Here are more doodles of this illustration I've been thinking about for probably like a year now, and I just can't figure out how I want to tackle it or just finish the illustration in general. So I just do a lot of sketches of it from time to time, just trying to see how I can evolve it, and eventually I will do a completed illustration of this. I just don't know. Every time I start it, it just doesn't look right, so I'll get there. Here is my year in 2023. I did want to do a sketchbook spread of all the things that I did or I thought were really cool this past year. Last year, I did get signed up with the cat agency. I love this little cat. He looks so funny. But I am now represented by an agency at the cat agency. I'm super excited about it. I love my agent Christy, and I'm really excited to see what we do together in the next couple years. I went to Lightbox Expo, so this is me taking that picture with the Lightbox Expo sign. That was super big trip for me because I don't go on trips by myself a whole lot, so this was super fun. I did read a lot more than I have in the whole probably past 15 years of my life. So I did get really into reading last year, which was so good for me. I really wanted to read a book a month last year. I made it to 10 or 11, but hey, that's more than I've done in the past few years. So I was really excited about that. And I am reading a lot more already this year. I saw so many movies last year, and I really don't have the energy to fill in this role with all the movies that I saw and like the things that I wanted to put in there. I did do a whole bunch of brand deals this year, especially towards the beginning of the year. I was really in my brand deals bag. So that was really fun and really cool for me because I didn't think that as a little kind of artist that brands would want to work with me like that, but apparently they do. So I closed my shop this year. I have felt so relieved to have it closed. I'm not going to lie to you. I love making products and I love like the process of making products, but I hate online sales so much. So I think one day I will get back into it, but for now I'm just kind of vibing, just working on commissions and just doing like standalone illustrations more than I am making physical products. I will get back into it one day, just not today. Maybe when I'm more full-time, I would like to get back into it because I will have more time to actually ship and package things. But for now, we're vibing, we're chilling. My goal this year was to do 3 different conventions. I made it to 2 of them. I got sick for my 3rd one, but either way, I would have been at 3. So that was really fun for me. I feel like my booth was so much better this year than it has been in the past, especially because now I'm more experienced. And so, yeah, I would love to keep doing conventions, but with not having an online shop, I don't really know how that would look. Don't have any planned for 2024 as of right now. I really wanted to focus on getting my first big project with my agent and work in publishing before I circled back to going to conventions again. Did do a lot of commissions this year, so that's kind of what this is. And then I did buy my new computer, which was a very big girl purchase for me since I've never purchased a computer It was my dream to have this green Mac set up, and so I love my desk now. So this is kind of just homage to my desk. 2023 was a really good year for me, honestly, and I'm super hyped and excited about what 2024 will bring. This was like a few days before the year ended. I was, for some reason, just getting this like urge to just try to draw Mickeys, and this was so fun. Like studying Mickey Mouse, first of all, he's kind of hard to draw, like a little bit harder than I thought he would. This was the first one I tried and then kind of segued and branched out from there. Like this 2000s Mickey is like one of the harder ones to draw in my opinion, just because of the way his eyes are shaped, and I was really struggling with that. I will say this Mickey is my favorite Mickey of all time. If you ever get the chance or just get a second to watch Mickey Mouse shorts, oh my gosh, it's so funny. It is one of my favorite shows, or like little clips, because it is just comedy gold and it cracks me up. So I do love this spread because, again, it's kind of got that whole vibe of like studying kind of field guide feel to it. So I do love this. And then I ended up finding Disney Sketchbook on Disney Plus. The show is all about talking about artists' stories that work in animation as they're drawing these characters. They don't draw Lady, but I wanted to draw her, so I did. I made a TikTok about this and it absolutely blew up, and I was so shook because normally when I post things, I'm just kind of shouting into the void, and so I never really expect anything from it. But these videos that I blew up on TikTok and Instagram absolutely exploded. It had me so shook. Disney, if you're watching, I would love to be a little sketch artist for you in the parks if you need me to be, or wherever you want me. You know, I'll do illustrations for you. I would love that. Just kind of in my Disney bag for like, you know, for the vibes of the past couple pages, and wanted to try and draw Anna and Elsa. I don't think I did a very good job of capturing either of them. There's a few on here like that I do think look like them enough, but are also in my style enough where I'm happy with them. Disney princesses, man, they just have this face shape and like the eye shape that really I just struggle with a lot. But something I definitely would love to keep studying and like practicing, because I love drawing Disney characters and I just need to do more of them. I don't think I've drawn Disney characters in years, so definitely trying to do more illustrations of them in the next year or so. Finally, because I love to do the same characters at the end of my sketchbook as the beginning of my sketchbook, once again, for the final time, this is Sage and Hope. I love drawing them. I think they're so precious. He's a little fairy boy and she's a witch. So she does like make him grow because he's, you know, he's just a little guy and he's so precious. And this is him in a little pocket. So cute. But I did draw myself kind of looking at my OCs because I do love them so much and they make my heart so full. And I told myself I was going to draw myself at the end of all of my sketchbooks no matter what. So here I am, kind of vibing, looking at everyone, seeing what's going on. I love them. They're so cute. This was definitely one of my sketchier sketchbooks. I really didn't try a whole lot of other mediums. Just practice anatomy and faces and just do some studies a lot in this whole sketchbook, while also allowing myself to enjoy the process. So this was a fun one for me. If you like this video, please leave a big thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know if you enjoyed it. Stay hydrated, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Ooh, so much hair. Thank you all so much for watching. If you let me not mess with my eye. Ooh. Welcome. I don't even want to say all that. I don't want to make any promises.